Imagine cobblestone streets winding through medieval villages, towering castles perched on misty hills, and storybook towns, where time seems to stand still. Europe is home to countless magical places, but some feel like they've been lifted straight from the pages of a fairy tale. In this video, we'll take you on a journey to 7 enchanting destinations where reality meets fantasy. Places so charming, you'll have to pinch yourself to believe they're real. Today we will talk about 7 places in Europe that feel like a fairy tale. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. Hallstatt of Austria. Tucked in the Austrian Alps along the pristine Hallstatter Sea, Hallstatt looks like it was lifted from the pages of a storybook. This 7,000-year-old lakeside village is often called the most beautiful in the world, and for good reason. With its pastel-colored alpine houses nestled between steep mountains and mirror-still waters, the town offers a cinematic charm year-round. Originally known for its ancient salt mine, one of the oldest in the world, Hallstatt is more than a pretty postcard. It has deep historical roots. You can still visit the salt mines, taking funicular rides up the mountain and exploring subterranean tunnels. In the heart of the village, cobbled streets lead to cozy cafes, ornate Baroque churches, and boutique shops. The 16th century market square often hosts traditional Austrian festivals, where locals wear dirndls and lederhosen. Don't miss the Beinhaus, behind the Catholic Church, home to over 600 artistically arranged skulls. Hallstatt is also a haven for hikers, offering panoramic views from the skywalk high above the village. 2. Colmar, France. Nestled in the Alsace region of northeastern France, Colmar is an enchanting blend of French charm and German influence. Walking through Colmar is like stepping into a medieval dream, with half-timbered houses painted in pastels and adorned with cascading flower boxes. The town's labyrinth of cobblestone streets is lined with antique shops, wine cellars, and traditional windstubs, Alsatian taverns, offering a rich taste of local life. Known as Little Venice, Colmar is interwoven with canals that mirror the beauty of the buildings above. Take a boat tour down the Loch River to experience this magical setting from the water. Highlights include the 13th century Dominican church, the beautiful Maison Pfister with its ornate woodwork, and the Unterlinden Museum, housed in a former convent. Colmar is also famous for its wine. The Route de Vins Dulces runs right through it, inviting travelers to sample some of France's finest white wines. During Christmas, the town transforms into a twinkling winter wonderland with 6 themed markets. 3. Český Krumlov, Czech Republic. Located in South Bohemia, Český Krumlov is a medieval marvel that seems untouched by time. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is dominated by a massive 13th century castle that overlooks the Vltava River, winding through the town like a silver ribbon. The castle complex is the second largest in the Czech Republic and features Renaissance and Baroque elements, manicured gardens, and even a bear moat. Yes, real bears once guarded the castle gates. As you stroll through Český Krumlov's twisting alleys, every corner reveals colorful buildings, Gothic and Renaissance facades, quaint cafes, and artisan shops. The town's Baroque theater, one of the oldest in the world still in operation, adds a dramatic flair to its cultural richness. During summer, the entire town participates in historical reenactments and festivals, such as the 5-Piheld Rose Festival, where residents don period costumes and celebrate their town's Renaissance heritage. The ambience is accentuated by live lute music, torchlit processions, and medieval feasts. 4. Sintra, Portugal. Just a short train ride from Lisbon, Sintra is a hillside haven of palaces, forests, and mystique. Nestled within the Sintra Mountains, this town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, celebrated for its romantic 19th century architecture and lush, dreamlike landscapes. The crown jewel of Sintra is the colorful Palacio de Pina, a whimsical structure perched high on a hill, blending neo-Gothic, neo-Manueline, and Moorish styles. It looks like a castle pulled from a surrealist painting. Nearby lies the Quinta da Regalera, an enigmatic estate with secret tunnels, spiral wells, and myth-laden symbols linked to alchemy and the Knights Templar. Then there's the Moorish castle, offering panoramic views from its ancient stone ramparts. Sintra's old town charms with narrow streets, tiled facades, and cozy pastry shops, where you can try local specialties like travesseros and quijadas. The surrounding Sintra Cascades Natural Park adds to the enchantment with dense forests, hidden chapels, and scenic hiking trails leading to dramatic cliffs above the Atlantic Ocean. Sintra's mysticism and architectural splendor inspired Lord Byron, who called it a glorious Eden. 5. Giethoorn, Netherlands. Imagine a village with no roads, where boats collide quietly down canals and the only traffic comes from bicycles and pedestrians crossing thatched bridge walkways. Welcome to Giethoorn, a Dutch hamlet often called the Venice of the North. Located in the Overijssel province, Giethoorn offers idyllic serenity with its 18th century farmhouses, manicured gardens, and winding waterways. Founded by peat farmers in the 13th century, the village grew organically along these hand-dug canals, originally used to transport peat. Today, visitors can rent whisper boats, quiet electric vessels, to meander past charming homes covered in ivy and surrounded by colorful flowers. Over 180 bridges span these canals, connecting little islands of land into one harmonious village. There's a museum dedicated to Giethoorn's cultural history, plus several art galleries, cafes, and craft shops. 6. Rothenburg ob der Tauber, Germany. Step behind Rothenburg ob der Tauber's medieval walls, and you'll find yourself in a real-life storybook town. Located along Bavaria's Romantic Road, Rothenburg is one of the best-preserved medieval towns in Europe. It boasts cobblestone lanes, gabled rooftops, flower-filled window boxes, and centuries-old towers. The town's origins date back to the 12th century, and its fortifications are still intact. You can walk the entire circumference on the medieval walls. Rothenburg's iconic Plan Lane Little Square is the most photographed spot, where a timber-framed building sits perfectly between two diverging streets and towers, embodying fairy-tale perfection. Visit the Market Square, flanked by the Gothic Town Hall and charming cafes, or explore the Medieval Crime and Justice Museum for a quirky dive into history. During winter, Rothenburg transforms into a Christmas dream. The Riderless Markt is among Germany's oldest holiday markets, with handmade ornaments, mulled wine, and nutcrackers galore. 7. Bled, Slovenia. Bled's beauty is the kind that haunts your dreams, a tranquil lake encircled by mountains, a tiny island crowned with a church, and a cliff-top castle watching over it all. Lake Bled in northwestern Slovenia is one of Europe's most romantic and surreal destinations. The lake's most iconic feature is Bled Island, accessible only by traditional wooden boats called pletna. On the island stands the Church of the Assumption, where visitors ring a wishing bell believed to make dreams come true. Perched on a precipice above the lake, Bled Castle is the oldest in Slovenia, offering sweeping views and a museum, printing press, and wine cellar. Surrounding the lake is a serene walking trail shaded by trees, perfect for a leisurely stroll or horse-drawn carriage ride. In the summer, you can swim or paddleboard. In winter, the snow-covered peaks create a magical stillness. Don't leave without trying Bled cream cake, a custard delight that melts in your mouth. The area also offers access to Tripov National Park, rich in waterfalls, caves, and alpine trails. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up. Leave a comment and click the button to subscribe.